Hey there, Giant Opinion Sports. And today, I'm making a quick video to talk about the Giants' first round pick. It seems like Giants fans are split in three camps. There's the Micah Parsons camp, the offensive line camp, and the wide receiver camp. I understand them all, and to be honest, I wouldn't be upset with any one of them. If I had to choose one, I'd probably fall under the offensive line camp, but I'm not sure if Sewell or Slater is going to make it to 11. Outside of a secondary pick or quarterback at 11, I don't think I'll be upset. I love Micah Parsons' talent and celebrate the pick, but I'm not going to sit on here and beat the drums for him. First, he could easily get picked before 11. Secondly, there's coaches on the staff that were at Penn State last year. If Gettleman passes on Parsons, don't you guys think the coaches that were at Penn State told Gettleman to stay away? Coaches that were there in Penn State locker room with Parsons say stay away, I want nothing to do with them. I get that people want who they want, but these guys need to do their due diligence and make sure the player they pick fits in the Giants locker room first and ain't going to be an issue off the field. I don't want any players, especially at an early pick like 11, to be a problem. But if everything checks out on Parsons, and he's there at 11, take him. Again, I'd celebrate the pick. No, I was not a huge fan last year of Isaiah Simmons, and Giants fans were screaming for him. I didn't like how Simmons was moved all around a lot and played multiple positions. I knew it was just going to take time, for Simmons to settle into one role, one position. But I don't view Parsons like Simmons. I'm much more comfortable with Parsons coming in day one and contributing at middle linebacker, at least on first and second downs, early on in his career. I'm not going to sit on here and pretend to know how good a player, is going to be or isn't going to be. I'm not sure anyone can. But I can say that Parsons is going to have he's just going to have an advantage, especially because of his athleticism. So no matter who the pick is, I'm going to be patient, and I'm going to wait till I see what they can do on the field. You're not going to see any videos of me screaming about the pick. Ultimately, though, I just think I'm hoping one of the two best tackles fall. I'm really intrigued by Rashawn Slater. I'm trying to improve my evaluation process of prospects, because last season I thought that Jedrick Wills was going to be the best, tackle in the draft, just because his quick feet, hands, and smarts. He's kind of like Rashawn Slater this year. But I'm really starting to question, what's the best thing to look at these tackles, because it seems like the more physical, imposing tackles played the best last year. Now that could change, in the next couple of years. But it's really left me not sure how to rank these tackles. I'm kind of new to this. I've only been really paying attention the last few years at tackles. It's really fun to me. But I need to find my bearings with this. So I'm learning. I've been watching a lot of the film on these tackles, and I'll have a video. I should have a video soon on that, on who I like, and maybe we'll kind of go through them like I did with wide receiver and edge guys, and pick out a couple for each round. But another possibility at 11 is edge rusher. There's a few of them I'd really be excited about. And outside linebacker is probably the weakest group on the team right now. And if the Giants could find a day one starter, that could have the biggest impact on the team out of any other position. Jalen Phillips, Kwity Paye, Azeez Ojulari would probably come in day one and be the best pass rusher that we have on the team. I hear a bunch of people saying they're all a reach at 11. But if they turn out to be like a franchise kind of pass rusher, who's going to be complaining about where they were taken? In my opinion, good edge rushers is the only thing holding the defense back from being elite. There's some good prospects in the second round, so I'd get if Gettleman goes a different route with the 11th pick. Yeah, I would get it. Honestly, I really love Joe Tryon. I think it's going to be there in a second. Wide receiver group, there's three no-brainers. Any one of them, I'm good. I prefer Devontae Smith. That's just me personally. I know a lot of people love Jalen Waddle. They'd all be number one wide receiver prospects any other year. It's just the Giants are in a good spot. I don't see how they can really mess this up. with all the quarterbacks about to be drafted early, there's going to be a great prospect who's going to fall in our laps. I can't tell you who, but it happens every draft. Somebody falls. At pick 11, you should end up with an impact player. Now, I keep hearing Gettleman is in love with just Patrick Surtain, and I don't understand. I wouldn't like that pick at all. I understand Gettleman wanting to lock down the cornerback position and develop him, to take over for Dory or Bradbury eventually. But it's hard for me to use the 11th pick for a future player. If we were picking 20th or back, I'd be right there with him. But again, pick 11 to me has to be an impact player, year one, or a plug-in player at a position in need. That's just me. Edge rusher, O-line is what I'm going to keep saying. So I guess I'd be happiest with Sewell, Slater, maybe Vera Tucker, and at edge, Jalen Phillips, Kwity Paye, and maybe Azeez Ojulari. Obviously, throw in Micah Parsons if they just want to go BPA. If that's how they view him. I think out of all, them 7 guys, at least a few of them will be available at 11. The only thing is, I am terrified that Parsons is going to drop to Washington at 20. I don't want to see that happen. But I think that's it for me. I'm excited. I think Giants fans are divided at the moment. But just like most years, I think the pick, will unify us. Gettleman has made good picks since he's been back in New York. I'm not buying the Patrick Surtain rumors going on right now. I think that's smoke. I guess you never know, but it just don't feel right to me. Everyone let me know what you want the Giants to do with the 11th pick. Like and subscribe. And as always, stay safe, folks. Bye.